It's just water. What I have on my feet right now are my Allen Edmonds McAllister in the dark chili color. Probably my favorite dress shoes and my favorite Allen Edmonds shoes that they actually make. What I want to do today is we're going to go for a walk around the neighborhood, and I'm going to track how far that I'm actually walking. And I'm going to be checking in just to let you know how my feet feel. I want to see how long you can go if you don't have too many foot problems. I think I have a little bit of plantar fasciitis. How long before your feet are actually killing you, or can you just walk forever? This is where I am at right now. It is currently 11:39 a.m. and we are at 0.25. We're at a quarter mile. Let's get into it. Alright, so basically I've just been walking in a couple of circles. So far, feet feel pretty good. It looks like we are at 0.88 miles. Subtract that by 0.25 is going to be 0.63, if my math is correct. 0.63 miles. Feet feel pretty good so far. One thing I do notice is with the dress shoes, I don't tend to heel strike as hard, which is a good thing because dress shoes don't have, traditional dress shoes with leather soles don't have any cushioning. So far so good, but we're only not even 3/4 of a mile in. So these particular pairs of Allen Edmonds shoes, I put rubber protectors on the bottom. That way, if I walk through wet pavement, which there is some wet pavement, I have a bit more grip, but more importantly, that it doesn't just shred the leather soles. My main problem with leather soles is that when they get wet, they just wear at a super fast rate. And if I can prevent some wear and tear from my nice, expensive, really good dress shoes, I'm definitely gonna do it. All right, we are back, and in total we walked 3.8 miles minus 0.25 is going to give us 3.55 miles. So let's make it easy and call it 3.5 miles. So how did the shoes feel? Well, I'm still wearing them. Let me take them off. There we go, we got the shoes off. So overall, the shoes did actually really well. I was most concerned with the underfoot comfort. I was concerned with the heel strike because a lot of times when I'm wearing my Thursday boots, which are right over there, a lot of times when I sit down after wearing them for a long time, they end up hurting my feet quite a bit. So I have to say I am really impressed that my feet, my heels are totally fine. Now, when wearing a shoe like this, I thought that I would have to remember to not heel strike as hard, but honestly, I didn't have to think about it at all. I think my body just overall ran on autopilot, and since I knew I wasn't wearing a comfortable, like cushy pair of sneakers or hybrid shoes like my Adidas or my Cole Haans, it's like my feet, my legs, my body just automatically adjusted, and I felt like I could just walk forever. The comfort on the front of the foot. On the bottom, it was absolutely flawless. The support, these are not the most supportive shoes, but I found that my arches feel great. The fronts of my feet, everything that has to do with the bottom of my feet feels absolutely great while after walking 3.5 miles. Now on to some of the areas where the shoe did struggle, and there's two main areas. Number one, right over here, I did tend to get a lot of rubbing to the point where it actually really started to hurt my smallest toe. And number two, this more happened on the right shoe or my right foot, not so much my left foot. I did start to get a little bit of a sore spot right up here. Now my right foot is actually a bit shorter and wider, and it also has a higher arch, a higher instep than my left foot. And I noticed this, that when I put these shoes on, I can close these laces, I can close this shoe almost all the way, whereas on my right foot, if I close this lacing system all the way closed like that, it does start to hurt. That's to be expected though with a shoe like this, a Balmoral, as compared to something like this, the Blucher, the open lacing system. This is going to be a lot better for individuals that have a higher instep. This is going to be overall a much roomier shoe. However, the Oxford Balmoral style is going to be a sleeker, more sophisticated, dressier option. So overall, I am very impressed with how my feet feel and how these shoes held up when walking pretty much nonstop for 3.5 miles. Did stop and get a cup of coffee and sit down for 10 minutes. And then I did stop and sit on the bench in the park, and I spoke to camera for about 5 minutes, but I wanted to keep moving most of the time. I wanted to make sure that I was really moving and walking and on my feet most of the time. Now what I'm going to probably do to these shoes, and I'm going to throw my shoe stretchers in there and just stretch them out a little bit more right here, just to give me a bit more room in the toe. That way, if I do have to walk a long time in these shoes, I don't get those blisters on the sides. But everything else with the shoe, absolutely great. So if you've got a pair of old leather-soled dress shoes, definitely give them a shot, see if you can walk around, see how they actually feel. I would always recommend putting rubber soles on the bottom. These are really cheap. I just got them on Amazon. They just stuck on. I am going to have to keep an eye on them and make sure that they don't shift to the side, because as I walk, when I walk with my right foot, I think I rotate it one way. I think we all do. We rotate it one way. I don't know. But if this starts to shift, I'll have to just put some crazy glue on it. But if it shifts too much, I may just take them off and run the bare leather soles. So that's going to do it for this one. If you watched this far in the video, thank you so much. Today is actually May 30th, 2024. This is my birthday. I turned 37 today, time of filming this video. So happy birthday to me. And if it's your birthday or whenever your birthday is, I hope you do something that you love, and I hope you have a great birthday. As always, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.